Hey friends, what's the best bank out there? Why limit yourself to just a bank? I mean, come on guys, it's 2020. But seriously, there are so many great options out there, and the best one might actually not be the one with the biggest marketing budget. Today, I'm going to talk about why a credit union might be the best option for you. Okay, so I realize that I'm a little biased in making this video since I work for a credit union, but I'm going to come right out and say two things. First of all, I'm not going to try to tell you that a bank is always the worst option, because there are going to be a lot of situations where a bank may actually be better than a credit union. But I just want to explain to you some of the benefits of being at a credit union so that you can see that that might be a viable option as well. Second, I'm sharing real facts, so you can take them as you will. But seriously, it could save you thousands of dollars by switching to a credit union, potentially. I mean, just yesterday I heard a story about an employee who was talking to a new member. They had just become a member at Class Act where I work, and they found out that they could save 3% by switching their auto loan also when they originally came in just to open, like, I don't know, a savings account or a checking account. You hear those stories all the time. First off, I just want to squash the idea that just because you're big, you're going to be able to offer better rates. Sure, there is this whole thing about economies of scale, which there are benefits of being larger, and sometimes you can cut costs in certain areas, but it's not the only thing that goes into having better rates. The best example that I can think of, not to pat our own backs, but at Class Act, we have an honors checking account which pays 4% in dividends on up to the first $5,000 that you have in the account, which is kind of unheard of. Well, other guys are offering like 0.01% or 0.05%. We're offering 4.0% up to the first $5,000 in your account, which comes out to up to $200 a year in dividends that you get on a checking account that also offers up to $25 in ATM refunds, and there's no monthly fee and there's no minimum balance for the account. Just for comparison, let's take a look at PNC, Wells Fargo, Fifth Third. Need I go on? I'm just curious, what rate are you getting in your checking account? I'd love to know in the comments. And just so you know, this doesn't just apply to checking accounts, but it also applies to savings accounts and loans and mortgages and that sort of thing. Not to say that credit unions always have the lowest rates, but they often do, so it's worth checking it out. According to the 2018-2019 ACIS Finance Report, credit unions rank higher than national banks when it comes to courtesy and helpfulness of tellers and other staff. Now, I do want to point out that regional and community banks also ranked well in this category. And this was the best year for banks in the history of this report. So credit unions have kind of been known for their member service over the years. Credit unions are set up to cater to the people that bank there. You're truly treated as a person and not just a number as a member of a credit union. And that's right, we call them members, not just to make them feel better, but because our members actually own the credit union. And anybody that has a deposit, in our case a $25 deposit in their savings account, is a member owner of the credit union. You see, at a bank they have shareholders. That means that any of the profits that are coming from interest or fees from their customers are actually going to the shareholders that own the bank. Whereas at a credit union, we're actually nonprofit organizations, so any money that comes from interest or fees and interchange has to go back to the members in the form, typically in the form of better rates. And each member has an equal say in how things are done. That $25 deposit gets them one vote, and they get to come to the annual meeting to discuss any major things that are going on at the credit union. And one more thing, our board are actually volunteers. They're not paid at all, but they just give their time freely. They're basically the best. If you don't get anything else out of this video, I at least want you to put credit unions on the list of places to consider when you're trying to decide where you want to bank. Because you may not want to bank at all, you may actually want a credit union. I do want to mention just one more thing. And I know you're probably worn out. I've said the words credit union like a million times in this video. But I do think it's important to mention because a lot of people get it really confused. Basically, credit unions have qualifications for membership, and not just anyone can be a member of any credit union. However, most credit unions are going to find a way to make you a member if you ask them. But even if you can't be a member of one particular credit union, there's probably another one down the street that you can be a member of. For example, again using Class Act as the example, we focus on the education community here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we have about 40 different SAG groups. As long as you are associated with one of these groups, you are qualified for membership. But some of these groups are pretty large. For instance, any student or faculty of the public school system here in Louisville and their families are all qualified, or any student or alumnus of the University of Louisville and their families. There's a full list linked below. If Class Act isn't the right fit for you, there's probably another credit union around that will suit your needs just fine. That's why we're encouraging people to drop their bank and join the movement, because there's great things going on at credit unions all around the world. So check it out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you don't feel like I was trying to sell you. I really just want you to be aware of what credit unions are to see if they're a good fit for you. Anyway, if you liked this video, hit that like button because it really helps us out. And if you want more videos about money management and different things having to do with money, then subscribe to our channel or hit that little bell and we'll let you know when new videos are coming out. We have a new video coming out every first and third Monday of the month at 6 a.m. sharp. See you guys next time.